I tell him he belonged to this world, His Warriors, they want to shoot threes, and I keep telling him he has a clip on him, he got to keep shooting.
You want to know what I tell him? There's nobody in the world that can stop him. And you're starting to see that. He's starting to carry us more than we're carrying him. And he's that talented. He's that good.
I'm not taking that for granted.
Most people think the Golden State Warriors are in deep trouble without Stephen Curry, and it's easy to believe their playoff hopes are slipping away. But what if I told you that their success has almost nothing to do with Curry being on the floor? In fact, their entire offense has been transformed in ways that defy conventional NBA wisdom. It's not about finding one superstar to carry the load. Instead, it's about a shocking formula involving Buddy Hield's record-breaking three-point shooting, Draymond Green's rejuvenated confidence, and Jonathan Kuminga's relentless aggression. And here's the twist. The Warriors have never looked more dangerous. You won't believe how this formula is changing everything, and why it could make them unstoppable when Curry returns. Let's take a step back and break down exactly how this seemingly impossible transformation came to be. The drama unfolded when Klay Thompson suffered a devastating setback, leaving a huge hole in the Warriors lineup. For years, Klay had been the perfect complement to Stephen Curry, and his absence was felt immediately. Losing a player of Klay's caliber was a nightmare scenario for most teams, but Steve Kerr had a different approach in mind. Rather than panic, he decided to embrace change. Therefore, he brought in Buddy Hield, a sharp shooter known for his efficiency beyond the arc. Critics were quick to point out that Hield wasn't Klay Thompson and never would be. However, Kerr saw potential where others saw limitations. Buddy Hield wasn't just going to be a Klay replacement. Instead, he would revolutionize the way the Warriors played offense. Hield became a key piece in the Warriors' movement-based system. Kerr started running plays that took full advantage of Hield's shooting and off-ball movement. It wasn't just about knocking down shots. It was about creating chaos for opposing defenses. One play in particular became a fan favorite. Hield would set a back screen, making it look like a cut to the basket was coming, only to curl around and find himself wide open for a three-pointer. It was a simple but effective strategy, therefore proving that sometimes the best defense is one that keeps opponents guessing. The Warriors' offense is built on misdirection, screens, and quick decision-making. And with Hield on the court, those principles became even more deadly. He was setting screens, catching defenders off guard, and curling into open space to launch threes with precision. It was as if he'd been playing in the system his whole career. Meanwhile, the Warriors' backbone, Draymond Green, was undergoing a massive transformation of his own. Draymond is known for his defensive prowess and playmaking, but over the years, his confidence in his shooting had completely evaporated. He even admitted it on multiple occasions, stating he no longer trusted his ability to make three-pointers. This was a major problem. Defenders would sag off him, making it harder for the Warriors to space the floor effectively. But something changed. Buddy Hield, of all people, played a pivotal role in reigniting Draymond's shooting confidence. Hield would tell Draymond he belonged on the perimeter, encouraging him to take shots he'd previously hesitated on.
I tell him he belonged to this world, His Warriors, they want to shoot threes, and I keep telling him he has a clip on him, he got to keep shooting.
The results were instant and shocking. Draymond started pulling the trigger on threes and the ball began to fall through the hoop. His confidence skyrocketed. He wasn't just a passer and a screen setter anymore. He was a legitimate shooting threat. Defenders had to respect him, therefore opening up more space for the Warriors' offense to operate. This newfound confidence had a ripple effect. Draymond's playmaking, which was already elite, reached new heights. His screens became even more effective because defenders couldn't just ignore him. On one memorable possession, Draymond set a screen on the right side, then instantly flipped to the left, freeing up Buddy Hield for a wide-open shot. It was beautiful basketball, and it exemplified why the Warriors were still winning games. Draymond's full-court vision also came into play. On a defensive rebound, he would waste no time. Instead, he'd launch the ball down the court with pinpoint accuracy, igniting fast breaks that left opponents scrambling. Watching Draymond make these plays was like seeing a quarterback launching deep passes in football. But Draymond's age and wear and tear have not diminished his impact. He remains one of the smartest and most valuable players on the court. Now let's shift gears to one of the most exciting young players on the Warriors, Jonathan Kuminga. This season, Kuminga has been a revelation. His athleticism has always been off the charts, but now he's added a level of aggression and finesse to his game that makes him truly dangerous. In a recent game against the Houston Rockets, Kuminga drew 10 free throw attempts, making 7 of them. The secret to his success? His ability to use hesitation moves to get past defenders and attack the rim. Kuminga has mastered the art of keeping defenders off balance. Therefore, when he sees a mismatch, he attacks without hesitation. One moment, he's sizing up a defender. The next, he's driving downhill, drawing contact, and getting to the line. Kuminga's confidence and aggressiveness have made him an essential part of the Warriors' game plan. But here's where things get really interesting. Despite his growth and impressive performances, Kuminga has been coming off the bench. Most young players would feel demoralized by this. After all, starting is a badge of honor in the NBA. But Kuminga has shown an incredible level of maturity. Last year, this situation would have frustrated him. However, this year he's embraced it and used it as fuel to improve. Draymond Green, who has been a mentor to Kuminga, had some strong words about the situation.
That he necessarily needs the love, but how have you seen him kind of handle this transition?
I don't want him to love coming off the bench. He believes he's a superstar. I believe he can be a superstar. And so as long as you believe that, you shouldn't be okay with coming off the bench. But how you respond is important. You can respond with sulking, or you can just go do what it is that you can do to help the team win and to be great, and that's what he's doing. So not only talk about his play, but we should talk about his maturity, because last year he wouldn't have handled that well. But another year of growth and maturity, he's taken it in stride, and he's had his best 3 games yet this season.
Draymond didn't want Kuminga to be happy about coming off the bench. Instead, he wanted Kuminga to channel his frustration into dominating when he got on the court. And Kuminga has done just that. His response has been remarkable. In the last 3 games, Kuminga has put up some of the best performances of his career. Therefore, his maturity and growth have become one of the most compelling storylines of the season. Steve Kerr's role in all of this can't be overlooked. He's faced plenty of criticism for his rotations and decisions. Many fans were furious about Kuminga's bench role. But Kerr had a plan. He wanted to motivate Kuminga, not just hand him a starting spot. Kerr believes in making his players earn their minutes, and it's paying off. Kuminga has developed into a more complete player, one who can impact the game on both ends of the floor. Steve Kerr has also been a mastermind in how he's utilized Buddy Hield. Hield has thrived under Kerr's system, therefore becoming one of the most efficient shooters in the league. The Warriors have used him in countless creative ways, from off-ball screens to dribble handoffs. Hield has a knack for finding open space, and when he gets the ball, he's ready to shoot. His quick release has made him a nightmare for defenses. The Warriors have even run plays that give Hield multiple options. For instance, on one possession, Hield set a screen, then curled around another screen to get open. The defense was in complete disarray, and Hield drained the 3 with ease. It's not just about his shooting, it's about the constant pressure he puts on defenses. Therefore, his impact goes far beyond the stat sheet. With Buddy Hield, Draymond Green, and Jonathan Kuminga playing at such high levels, the Warriors have become an offensive machine. But what happens when Stephen Curry comes back? The thought of adding one of the greatest shooters in NBA history to this already potent offense is terrifying for opposing teams. Curry's return will make the Warriors even more unpredictable. Defenders will have to pick their poison. Guard Curry, who can light up from anywhere, or focus on Hield, Kuminga, and a rejuvenated Draymond. The Warriors have set the stage for something truly special. They've managed to stay afloat without their superstar, and they've done so by embracing change and trusting their role players. Therefore, when Curry returns, they'll be even more dangerous. The team has found ways to win, not by relying on one player, but by leaning into a system that values movement, unselfishness, and relentless effort. What makes this story even more fascinating is how unpredictable it has been. No one expected Draymond to regain his shooting confidence or for Kuminga to mature so rapidly. But here we are, witnessing a Warriors team that looks ready to make serious noise in the playoffs. Now we've teased a lot, and it's time to reveal how this all comes together. Draymond Green is no longer a hesitant shooter. He's become a threat once again, therefore forcing defenses to play him honestly. Jonathan Kuminga has gone from a raw prospect to a reliable force, but he's also shown a level of maturity that bodes well for the future. And Buddy Hield? He's more than just a shooter. He's a catalyst for the Warriors' new offensive identity. Yet the true test is still to come. When Stephen Curry returns, this team has the potential to be unstoppable. The pieces are in place and the chemistry is building. The Warriors have not just survived without their star, they've evolved. But the biggest question remains, will all of this be enough to propel them to a championship run? The answer isn't clear, and that's what makes this story so thrilling. Therefore, as we move forward, all eyes will be on how this team continues to adapt, grow, and conquer. The stakes are high, the expectations are enormous, and the Warriors are ready for whatever comes next.